Yo, how's it going? Don't worry, you're still on Daniel's channel. It's just that he's asked me to guest host today. My name is Alex Absolute. If you haven't heard me out, I guess Daniel can stick a link up here, or it will be down in the description. Go and check me out. Anyway, today we are reviewing the Lycaon GR. The Lycaon. Anyway, today we're reviewing the Lycaon. No, fucking blah 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 blah. Anyway, today we're reviewing the Lycaon GR, their new long-range board. Let's do this. So the deck, 8-ply Canadian maple. Now I'm no expert on decks or any of this kind of stuff, but for me, I thought it was great. It was flexible and it had like a good amount of flex, but it was also stiff enough that when I was riding at speed, it didn't feel dangerous. I was hitting 30, 31 miles an hour, or at least that's what the controller was telling me, and it still felt completely fine. It also felt enough flex that when I went over bumps and stuff, it didn't feel painful. This board has two 480 watt hub motors. They feel great, they're very responsive, and for all intents and purposes they accelerated well and they just felt nice. The trucks are high tensive CNC magnesium alloy. God, that's a mouthful. But yeah, they are solid. They don't feel like they're too heavy, but they do feel like they're nice and strong. So the Lycaon GR uses a custom version of the latest Lean E ESC. Riding, it felt very good, very intuitive. It was very easy to control and it did exactly what I wanted. So for me, the ESC was great. Another important thing is the remote, right? And this remote, although it is classed as being a budget board, it doesn't feel like a budget board just because of the way it's all put together, and especially the remote is a big part of that. This remote has a lot of stuff that more expensive boards don't have on their remote. For example, the screen, the LED display, shows you the speed you're going. It shows you which of the drive modes you're in, which of the braking modes you're in, which direction you're going. It's very easy to, although it hasn't got a wheel, it's a rocker. I always thought the wheel would be better, but this rocker switch is very, very easy to use. Very easy to get good acceleration without blasting straight to it if you don't want to. And the braking is very easy, just to brake a little bit and then gradually bring it down or slam it on. It's very easy. So it fits in your hand nicely, it doesn't feel cheap. It has cruise control mode, which is super dope. I thought this would be kind of dangerous to have cruise control, but actually when you use it out there, it's pretty cool. Once you go above 10 kilometers an hour, you just jam this button down, hold it, and it goes into cruise control mode, and then you can just let go. Just like on a car, as soon as you touch something on here, like if you push forward, you pull back, you touch the button, it just drops back out. So it works very similarly to a car, except there's no car. So the wheels are 90mm polyurethane. They are not too hard and not too soft. They are pretty good. Now I know that a lot of people complain about hub motors because you can't use longboard wheels and you have a thinner sleeve on the back. So people always complain slightly about the ride comfort, but for me, I guess with the 8-ply maple deck and the trucks, for me I thought it was okay. I thought it was a nice, comfortable ride. The wheels do a great job. There was no slippage. It just seemed good. The wheels were great. So the Lycaon GR has more batteries. It does add more weight. This is 8.6 kilograms, which if you compare it to lots of off-road e-boards, it's much less. But if you compare it to some of the other similar things like, I guess, like boosted boards and stuff, I think they're like all around 7.5 kilograms. For me, that extra kilogram really doesn't make a difference. I'm not really going to be carrying it that much. In fact, Daniel showed me a great trick, or didn't show me, but I saw in his videos, was just tow it by the trucks. I mean, these boards are long enough you can just tow it by the trucks. Even as a tall guy, you can just carry it down by your side, tow it, from the trucks, and bam, it's no problem. So for me, I don't really care about the extra 1 kilogram that it adds to it, but it has 3010 SP3 batteries, so it means that the board has an incredible range. It has a range of 23 miles, 37 kilometers. Although when I tested it, I didn't get the full range out of it, but I was very close. I got 33.4, I think, and that was because I was thrashing it in high and high plus for the latter half of it, and with so many bridges and going up inclines that I was hitting inclines every minute or two, because it was like a park and wetlands area, so it's like flat and up and down inclines. So I hit a lot of inclines and a lot of like pretty steep inclines. So I guess if you'd ridden it in like lower speeds, or if your style wasn't quite so aggressive as I was riding it once I got used to it, and you didn't have lots of inclines, then I reckon you will probably get more than the stated 23 miles or 37 kilometers. So also take into consideration the fact that I am 90 kilograms, so I am at the top end of the weight scale. The top weight that they recommend you should be, the heaviest you can be, they recommend is 100 kilograms. So I'm 10 kilograms off being that, so that also probably would affect the range. The top speed, I got up to 25 miles an hour on the flat, and going down some of the inclines, obviously because bridges, once you go up you come down, on some of those inclines I got up to like 31 or 32 miles an hour, which was great. The board still felt super stable at that point, and I haven't even messed around with the trucks. I just left the trucks exactly as they came. I know a lot of people I've seen in other videos have changed the trucks because they wanted to carve more. Me being almost a novice, I don't really carve, I just ride, I enjoy it. I got to top speed and I thrash around, but yeah, for me it still felt super stable at the 32 miles an hour, but that was going down in. So also I should mention, on the remote you can change between drive modes. You have low, medium, high, and high plus. The high plus is the same as the high, it just accelerates a lot faster to get to the top speed. So the top speed in low is 7.5 miles an hour, which is 12 kilometers per hour. Medium is 16 miles per hour, which is 26 kilometers per hour. And in high mode and high plus mode, it's exactly the same. Obviously, just the acceleration is what changes. The top speed is 26 miles per hour, which is 42 kilometers per hour. When using the remote control, you can push the button at the top to choose between the drive modes. It's just a very easy click, 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 and it just cycles through them. And if you pull back as if you're braking and then press the same button, it cycles through the braking modes. I mainly use B1, 2, and 3. B1 being the lightest, B4 being the most savage, because I wasn't in a situation where I needed to be braking super hard. It was a nice, easy, everything, you could see where you're going. So and there was lots of space, so there was no need for me to have super savage braking. I found even B2 suitable even when going down an incline to slow me down enough. So I can only imagine that B4 would be pretty awesome as well. If you really wanted to stop, it would stop you almost dead, I guess. So for sciencey nerdy stuff, 6 Newton meters squared is the torque times 2, because that 6 Newton meters squared is per motor and you have 2, 1 for each side. Like I said, it is a little bit heavier, but with the towing technique and the fact that most of the time you should really be riding it, for me, not really a problem. If you're going to be carrying it a lot, might be a problem, not really sure. It's pretty much the same as any other board. Don't take it swimming. It's pretty obvious, it's electronics, you don't want to get near water. So I did go through a few puddles, which I didn't see coming, and it sprayed water up under the board, the wheels all got wet, perfectly fine. It all seems, when you look at it, it all seems perfectly well sealed in there. I don't think, unless you really went straight through something really deep, that it would be fine. I think if you just splash through a puddle or so, it's no problem. Aesthetically, the board looks amazing. The black and red really looks good, with just the way they've done it underneath with the grey and the design that you see underneath the board. The old school style grip tape is really good, especially the black and the red together. It really kind of looks nice, and it's nice contrasty colours. The grip is pretty fantastic as well. You're not going to go sliding off that unless you really tried. So overall with the Lycaon GR, it's just a fantastic board. For me, although it's billed as like a budget to medium board, and the price is really good at $549, I mean that is an absolute steal for e-boards in general, it doesn't feel like it's a budget board for me. I mean, I'm no pro e-boarder here, but for me, with the remote, with the screen, with all of that good stuff that it comes with, the changing the braking levels, which you don't get with some other boards. Some more expensive boards you can't change the braking levels. With this you can. I think it should be a standard thing. But yeah, with all the features on the remote, the ride of the board, and just everything you get for the price point, this board isn't a steal. It's really good. I think for people that are just getting into e-boarding, and even for people that have been riding a while, I think you'd still find it fun. I think this board is just a really good deal. So if you're in the market for an e-board, definitely consider this one. So what did you think, guys? Hit me up in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. And more importantly, once again, come over to my channel. Hopefully it's up here somewhere. If not, down in the description. Come over to my channel, say hello, check out some of my stuff. It's been wonderful hanging out with you guys. See you again soon. Bye bye.